Our game of the night. Oh, we're cherry picking here. It's Monday Night Football.
Like I was about to say, like what other game is there?
It's Josh Dobbs coming off his first loss with the Vikings. Trying to stay in playoff position against the Bears. Justin Fields trying to do what he can to convince the team that he's the guy moving forward. Look at all the favorites that have covered so far. 12 of the 15 games have seen favorites cover. If the Vikings cover the 3 tonight, it will be a brand new record. So let's see what our prognosticator, our coach, thinks will happen. Jonathan Coachman, host of the Early Edge podcast. Amanda called him the candy cane because of the shirt he's wearing.
I just say he looks like a very buff candy cane.
Oh,
How about
wow,
that?
There you go.
I'll take it.
I
will take that all day. Might
Coach,
be my new nickname.
The Vikings are laying 3. Do we set a record with another favorite covering?
I'm so glad you asked, Chris Hassel. We absolutely do. There's one team in the National Football League that you absolutely cannot count on, and that would be the Chicago Bears. Now, Justin Fields is back at quarterback, and last week they had a 12-point lead, Chris Hassel, with 4 minutes to go and lost by 5 and nearly let the Lions cover the 8.5. So I think the Vikings tonight, behind Josh Dobbs, the fact that they've been playing really well lately despite the loss in Denver, I think they get it done at home. And let's remember this. The Lions just lost on Thanksgiving, and they did not look good doing it. So there's extra motivation for the 6-5 team to not only look at the wild card, but look at their own division. I think the Vikings play great tonight. They win by at least 5 or 6 and cover the 3.
All right, let's get to player props now. Your top Vikings player prop is a rushing total. It's Alexander Mattison. The total is set at 44.5. Coach, he's only gone over that once in his last 7 games, but it was last game.
It sure was. And I'm so glad you mentioned 44.5 because part of what Madison's going to do tonight will lead to the over also coming in, which has been around 44 or 40.5. So there's some synergy there. Now, Madison last week, 81 yards. He looked as healthy and as fresh as he has looked. Now, listen, 3 of the last 4 games, he's had at least 16 carries. So against this defense, because it's about the matchups, Chris Hassel, and against this defense, if he can't average 3 yards a carry, then what is he doing out there? He will do that tonight. He will sail into the 50s, maybe even the 60s. But I love the fact that they're still not banking on Madison being a good running option. I like it at 44.5.
Okay, let's move over to the Chicago Bears, and you're going to pick the quarterback, Justin Fields, but you're going to stay on the ground with him. He's coming off a big game, had over 100 yards on the ground last week.
Yeah. It's the only way that they can win. They're not going to do it by him beating them through the air, although he can complete passes. He can find guys. But if he's not running the ball, Chris Hassel, then guess what? Everybody in the defensive backfield can now start to guard everybody that the Bears have going out on passing routes. So if he starts to use his legs, whether it's a running play or it's an ad lib or it's just a scramble of some kind, he'll get over this number. Remember last year, even though they were losing every single game, he was getting into the 60s, 70s, and 80s because he's that dynamic of an athlete. So this is hovered between 52 and 56 all day long. I would take it all the way up to 60 or 61. That's how much I like Justin Fields with his legs tonight.
Those numbers are incredible. The more he runs, the more the Bears lose. Coach, you brought a bonus prop with you. What is it?
Well, it's probably the most boring prop I've ever given out. But you know at the pay window, Chris Hassel, they never say, hey, this is a boring prop. They just say, it just cashes. It just cashes. Darnell Mooney, we're going to go under 2.5 catches tonight. Now, the last few games, he hasn't done this in 5 out of 7. It's under 2.5. Last week he had 1 target, 1 catch for 24 yards. They just don't look his way anymore. So let's go under 2.5. You may not want to look at his name throughout the game and just cash the ticket at the end. That's what I do when it's one of these low numbers and you don't want to look at it, but you know it's going to come in.
All right, Coach, tell us about the Early Edge podcast.
Well, you know we're rolling. Multiple shows a day, 10 a.m. every single weekday, multiple shows. Tonight, primetime Early Edge at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Just download the QR code. Turn on the notifications. Every single time we start a show, you'll be notified. And right now, we're as busy as we've ever been, but NFL is our bread and butter. You don't want to miss tonight at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Chris, Manna, back to you.
See, that's why you have them do the promo reads. They do it so much better than we do.
Do you want to do this one? We're about to bring on Jamie Eisenberg,
have
but by
Jamie
all
do it.
means, I don't know if his mic is on yet. You can win your league. Hashtag AskFFT. Jamie, I think you're there. Would you like to do your promo before we actually talk to you about DFS lineups tonight?
I mean, there's no better podcast. There's no better hashtag. There's no better fantasy product than what we have.
There you go. He did it beautifully. Let's bring in Jamie Eisenberg to talk about Monday Night Football, DFS lineups. Jamie, walk us through yours.
Well, I think this is going to be all about the quarterbacks, based on how these guys have operated. Fields coming back from last week's game, coming back to last week's game, over 100 yards rushing. He could be the MVP on a FanDuel lineup, but I'm going to go with Josh Dobbs. He's got a touchdown in 5 games in a row on the ground. Last week was his first disappointing game as a quarterback for the Vikings, and he only got you 18 fantasy points. He's been consistently above 27 fantasy points, and I do think that he will use his legs and have some success throwing against this Bears defense, even without Justin Jefferson in tonight's game. But both quarterbacks, I think, are going to be the stars, and then it's just a matter of who you want to stack with these quarterbacks. So I'm going to do a sort of counter mini stack as opposed to going with Dobbs and Hawkinson, who's his best receiver. I'm going to go Fields and DJ Moore, who I think will have a big game, as we saw last week, catching a touchdown against the Lions. So I think Fields to Moore will be prominent. And then you look at the tight ends for the Vikings. Obviously, Hawkinson's the best. I think Josh Oliver is the second best, but you got to go cheap. So Johnny Mund hopefully catches a touchdown here from Josh Dobbs. And I don't think we're going to see the Vikings have success running on this Bears defense. I think we're going to see them catch passes out of the backfield. And Ty Chandler has been the better pass catcher over the last couple of games. Certainly last week, he had 4 catches for Minnesota, so I think he's a good cheap option as well. I think he'll actually be Minnesota's best running back in tonight's matchup.
Jamie, Chris and I like to write notes to each other, and you probably can't see this, but I said, how is your fantasy team while you were talking there, and he just gave me a big thumbs down. So this next question is for one Chris Hassel. Maybe you can turn things around, Chris, with your angry keyboard.
At this point, I'm just playing spoiler. Because I'm really bad, but I'm way up on the waiver wire, so I'm getting first pick every week, and I'm just taking guys away from other people.
Okay.
Listen, as long as you're having fun, Chris, that's all that matters. As long as you're enjoying yourself, that's what we want to do.
And honestly, he probably prefers to play spoiler than actually win. Jamie, players maybe people like Chris or just anybody else can target before we get to this playoff push.
Well, I mean, since Chris is first on waivers, he doesn't have to put on his Inspector Gadget outfit and reach for some of these guys. So you're looking at the guys at the top here. Jaden Reed is my favorite of the bunch. You've seen him now sort of step up and establish himself as a go-to guy for the Packers. But Pat Freiermuth, coming off the game that he just had, love the setup for him and what he did in the first game without Matt Canada. You're looking at Jeff Wilson, a couple running backs are on this list. They're more backup options, but really they're guys that have the opportunity to step up and play well. Royce Freeman. You saw the way the Rams ran the ball with Kyren Williams. Samaje Perine found the end zone for the Broncos. They don't do that very often, so to see him find the end zone was great. You have some interesting receivers on this list. Curtis Samuel is going to start to become one of my favorite guys based on the matchup against the Dolphins and coming off a heavily targeted game from Sam Howell. They're going to be throwing a lot against Miami. And then you look at a couple guys that may not play this week. DeMario Douglas for the long term. And Odell Beckham not able to play this week because on a bye, but we know they're still trying to replace Mark Andrews, and I do think he's going to be a significant factor down the stretch.
Jamie Eisenberg, the host of Fantasy Football Today, thank you so much.
Thank you.